Hi, my name is Tim Hubbard. I'm a PhD candidate at the University of Georgia. Thank you very much for participating in this study. I really appreciate you taking the time to help me. I'm excited to be introducing this business simulation game to you. I've been working on the technology for over 2 years now, and I'm happy to have you run through it for me. In this business simulation game, you're going to take control of a manufacturing company and make decisions about how to run it as you compete against 5 other people. We have a combination of professionals as well as graduate students playing. At this point, you should have completed one survey. If possible, I'd appreciate it if you could find a quiet place to play without distractions as you complete the simulation. Also, if you can, please turn off your cell phones to reduce distractions. The game will take about an hour to play, and it's going to begin in about 10 minutes. When the game begins in a few minutes, you'll have another quick survey to fill out. It'll ask you some general questions, and then it'll ask you to write about some past events that you've experienced. Uh, this is what the dialog box will look like. When writing about past events, don't worry about spelling or grammar. Just try to write as much as possible about a particular event. You'll need to write 200 characters in each box in 2 minutes. There's a counter for characters and time at the bottom of the dialog, shown here. And after 2 minutes, it will automatically move you to the next prompt. Also, you'll receive a validation code at the end of the game when you've completed the final survey. Uh, to receive payment for participating, click Accept Hit Mechanical Turk window. Enter this validation code right here. It will be different for each participant, so no need to copy down the one in the video. Also want to point out that I will be providing a $1 bonus if you have the highest stock price at the end of the game. That is, if you win the game, there's a $1 bonus, and I'll assign that after the hit has been completed. So now I'm going to show you the basics of how to play. Simulation is designed for you to run a manufacturing firm. So think about, manufacturing bicycles, iPods, something like that. It's a generic firm. Products are developed, manufactured, sold, and supported. You'll be competing against 5 other participants at various organizations and universities. Each team starts with the same resources and position. You'll compete over 6 rounds, each taking 8 minutes to complete. It's important to mind the clock. Your decisions need to be submitted before the round ends. That keeps everybody running in the same place. So you'll have your company, and you'll be trying to sell to various customers and support them. But also remember that you do have 5 competitors who will be running identical companies in the beginning, and then as you guys make strategic decisions, competing for the same customers, that's when the simulation gets fun. So the overall picture looks something like this, where your company is competing for various customers from against the competitors. I want to point out real quick that to the right of the video that you're watching, there is a quick quiz that you can answer just to make sure that you've got some of the highlights of the video that we're talking about here. When you answer the questions right, the box around them will turn green, and if you can get all 4 green before you play, that would be great. When it gets close to your scheduled time, you'll see right in the middle is where it's listed. So I'm going to start playing on the 18th at 1:15. That means that I registered about 1:05 p.m. And the reason the delay is there is that we're trying to get other people synced and logged in so that then everybody plays at the same time, because you'll be competing against 5 other people. And so hopefully here in about a minute, the round will start playing. Okay, so this is the dashboard. There's a total of 3 screens: the dashboard, financial statements, and media coverage. And there's a couple of points that I'd like to make here. So if we look at the top left of the dashboard, we see a graph of stock prices. This is the first round of 6, and so everybody starts with the same $10 stock price. So not much to see in the graph now, but as you progress through rounds, you'll start to see that this becomes an important graph for you. The next part of the dashboard is company financials. This shows just a real high level, what are the revenues, profits, and stock price for the companies that you're competing against and yourself. If you want to dive into more details on the financials, you can click here, View Detailed Financials, and it'll take you to the income statement, balance sheet, and statement of cash flows for all the companies. Way we look at it here is all the companies are publicly traded, and as you can see, everybody starts on a level playing field. And you can get back to the dashboard either here, back to dashboard, or on the left side there's a set of navigation panes. So Going back to the dashboard, the next thing you'll see is media coverage. So we've been working really hard to get a media engine built where the media report on the decisions you've made, the performance that companies have made. Everybody sees the same media coverage. And what we see on the top page in the dashboard is just the headlines. So in the first round, I've put in a few help things on like what is research and development, etc. So it kind of helps you in the first round. In subsequent rounds, those are going to turn out to be more in-depth media. If you want to see the full articles, click View Article there, and then it'll take you to this page where it has all of the details for the article rather than just the headline. And you can also get to that page here on the side by clicking on Media. And as in the financials page, you can click back to dashboard to get back to the dashboard. There's always a game progress down here, which will show you when the next round is going to end. And then most important thing is that you make decisions. So these are the strategic decisions that you're going to make. Try to think about the type of company you'd like to run. Maybe you want to have differentiated products. Maybe you want to be a low-cost leader. Each of those things entails a different set of decisions. And so if we click here on Make Decisions, it brings up a dialog box where you have a total of 100 points of resources to spend in various categories. And as you choose to invest in a specific area, you can just drag the slider over. So there are several options. Research and development, for example, is the development of new products. It works towards innovation, introduction, and improvements of product and processes. High levels of R&D are typically associated with innovation and differentiated products. The next one is advertising. It's the communications used to promote and sell your product. High advertising increases the awareness of your products to your customers. Next one is plant upgrades. They're the investments you spend in improving your manufacturing facilities. Higher volumes there reduce the cost of production and increase the volume of product that can be produced. Sales and support are money that's spent on the sales force and support teams. Those impact the type of service that your customers get after as they buy and after they buy a product. Mergers and acquisitions are investment in buying or merging with other companies. The rationale is that if there are two companies that are worth more together than separate, then you can merge. It's one way to kind of grow the company fast, but it is also risky as most mergers end up failing. And finally, inventory is the stock of product currently on hand. Low levels of inventory, you run the risk of stockouts where customers want to buy your products, but they're not able to. And so when you make your decisions there, you can click Save and Close, and it will then log the decisions. And then before the time runs out, so you see up here we've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the round, you need to make the decisions and then submit the round. If you make decisions but don't submit the round, the game will stop. And so you must make sure that you submit the round before the time. And so it'll ask, are you sure you ready to submit the round? Click yes, and then it's going to ask you a quick survey. How well do you expect your performance? How sound do you believe your strategy is? And how confident are you in your strategy? Once you've answered those 3 questions, click submit, and it will submit your round. And then it'll wait until everybody's submitted their rounds, and so in 2 minutes and 52 seconds in this example, it will move on to the next round automatically for you. So that's the basics of how to run the game. Again, you have 100 points total. Make sure you use them all. Try to come up with a strategy that seems to make sense, so balancing out which investment categories you want to make, and then make sure that you submit. And as I close out, I just wanted to make a few important points. There are 5 people playing at the same time, so submitting your decisions on time is critical. Each round is 8 minutes long, and then the code to log your activity in MTurk is given at the very end after you finish the last survey. And there is a quick quiz to the right. Thanks so much. I really appreciate the help.